Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into some core Python concepts that are essential for beginners and even a good refresher for seasoned programmers. We'll be covering variables, conditional statements like if-else, and elif, and we'll also explore typecasting, how to convert data from one type to another. Plus, we're going to create our first Python project together. Before we get started, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you find this video helpful, make sure to like and share it with others who might be learning Python as well. In the previous video, we walked through the installation of Python and PyCharm. If you haven't had a chance to check that out yet, be sure to watch it. I'll link it right here above. Once you open the PyCharm application, click on the New Project button to start creating your first Python project. This is the simplest and most straightforward way to get started with Python development. This is the default project name, so I'll leave it as is. You can change the location path if you'd like. I won't be creating a Git repository at this time. This is the Python installation path we set up in the previous video, so I'll leave it as is. Now, click the Create button to set up your project. As I mentioned earlier, this is the easiest way to create a Python project. Next, we'll create a Python file. Go to the New option, select Python file, and then enter your desired file name. I'll be naming my file index. I'll start by printing the text first project, and then run the file by clicking the play button at the top. You should now see first project displayed in the Python console. Alright, now, let's start with variables. In Python, we don't need to declare variable types explicitly. Python is dynamically typed, so you can assign a value to a variable, and it'll automatically recognize the type. For example, here, name is a string, age is an integer, and height is a float. Python does all the type recognition for us, which makes working with variables super easy. Now, let's move on to controlling the flow of your code. Conditional statements in Python let you decide which block of code to run based on certain conditions. Let's take a look at a simple example. Here, if the condition age less than 18 is true, Python will execute the first block. If not, it checks the next condition with elif. If none of the conditions match, it falls back to the else block. This way, your code can make decisions based on different inputs. Let me show you how debugging works. You can see that the breakpoint has been hit. I'll step through the code, and you'll notice that it moves into the elif block because the age is 20, which satisfies the condition. After that, the console will display the text "you are an adult." Now let's talk about typecasting, which is really useful when you want to convert one data type into another. For example, converting a string into an integer so you can perform calculations. We used int here to convert the string 10 into the integer 10. Once converted, we can add numbers to it. I'll print the result and show you what it looks like. Next, I'll demonstrate float conversion. This is similar to other type conversions, but it specifically converts values into floats, which are numbers with decimal digits. Now, you can see the value 5.0 displayed in the console. If I change the variable to 5.2, you'll see it displayed with decimal digits in the console. However, if I change this to use integer conversion, it will display without the decimal digits. I hope this gives you a clear understanding of how typecasting works. Next, I'll move on to string conversion. By converting the integer age into a string, we can print it in the Python console. You'll see the value 20 displayed. This process essentially converts any integer or decimal type into a string. Finally, I'll demonstrate Boolean conversion. In Python, 0 is considered false when converted to a Boolean, while any non-zero value is considered true. You can see this behavior in the console. Let's change the value to 1 and observe the result. So, that's it for today. To recap, we covered variables, controlling your code flow with if-else, and elif, and converting data types with typecasting. I encourage you to experiment with these concepts, try different variable types, use conditions, and play around with typecasting to see how Python handles it. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more programming tutorials. Don't forget to check the description box for related videos and additional Python content. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.